Subscribe for Reddit's controversial opinions. Okay, Hollywood really is trying to shove female empowerment down our throats. Now I'm all for female empowerment, believe me. The problem I have is, Hollywood is just so bad at doing it. It's just so blatant it's hard to appreciate the movie. It's like /r/I'm 14 antithesis deep was hired to write in social commentary into some of these movies, and it's just painful to watch. Don't stop doing it. I get it, we all need role models, but just do it better. Don't make it so painfully obvious like there's an Oscar for most cliché girl power scene. Edit. Think the cast of Mad Men decided to market a dead franchise to the female demographic and it comes off like /r/men writing women. Edit 2. San Francisco Chronicle. San Francisco is of course well known as a bastion of right-wing anti-feminism /s. Review of Birds of Prey does a good job summing up what I'm getting at. https://datebook.com/movies TV/review. Movies don't get any worse than Birds of Prey. This is the bottom. Edit. Another way to view this is to compare it to blaxploitation movies back in the day. Tropes, clichés, stereotypes and pandering are not replacements for character development. What we are seeing isn't empowerment, it's exploitation. My favorite is when they want to physically show you the character is super smart by having her casually wear her MIT sweatshirt. That is because Hollywood can't figure out how to write female characters. They either come across as vapid or Mary Sue. All the good writers who understood you simply write a good story and then change the gender, flaws and all, have been chased out of Hollywood. The worst I saw recently was the last Avengers movie. That was the actual worst I've ever witnessed, actually. Like seriously, there's this huge war going on and they all come together from the four corners of the battlefield because why exactly? Because they're women? Like at least in Infinity War it wasn't too bad. It was short, nice, and sort of believable that they may have been in close proximity. Also, out of any of those women, the only three I think are actually badass to any degree is the one chick from Black Panther whose name I can't spell. Don't take it the wrong way, I love the character to death, I just cannot for the life of me remember how to spell her name when I need to. Valkyrie and Scarlet Witch. I don't even remember most of the other women there, to be honest. Valkyrie is just literally strong and Scarlet could actually seem to take on Thanos if he didn't call for help. The problem is that on their quest to remove negative female tropes from media, they've just traded it for another. Every female on screen these days is a strong, empowered woman, and that's boring. The biggest problem is that writers just don't let female characters have flaws. The only flaw they are allowed to have is amnesia. But flaws makes a protagonist interesting, it's what makes them grow, so they can overcome their flaws by the end of the film. When you give a female protagonist flaws, then you're stuck between a rock and a hard place because the Twitter mob will complain that you're exposing young girls to bad role models. Yup. Their idea of woman empowerment is a girl with a strap-on. Dude, this has been a popular position since 2015. It's hardly unpopular. Need more Ripleys and less Rays. Didn't you get the memo? Men are nothing but bad guys and the big evil nowadays. It's kind of a catch-22 as well. If you have a female character who has no flaws but it is constantly trying to act like a man, and no character is ever really flawless, then it stands to reason that at least in the character's mind her only flaw is her femininity. So by trying to erase that character's femininity, the creators are actually saying that being female is bad. Agreed. Who the hell cares if a movie has a female cast or director? Most of us just see people and not only superficial factors like their gender or skin color. They ignore movies like Kill Bill and Tomb Raider that didn't depend on bashing the evil toxic masculinity in their promos in order to sell the product. They were just movies. Ironically, I can't name a single modern movie that I feel empowers women. All they've done is try to depict women as feminine versions of men. I'd love to see a movie where the female protagonist actually draws her strengths from her femininity and those related traits, instead of them always resorting to violence to solve problems in movies when in reality, for the most part, a woman would resort to violence as a last resort. I just watched a French miniseries titled Le Bazar de la Charite on Netflix. All of the fathers were depicted as terrible people treating their daughters as property. Imagine watching American movies made after 2000. Hollywood is just bad at creating relatable realistic characters anyways. They all have to be this quirky, top of their class heroes, who either has way too many personal problem or none at all. In this regard I think a lot of European movies are far better, cause the protagonists actually feel like everyday people. This goes for women too. For a sub called Unpopular Opinions there are sure a lot of popular opinions, haha up, I agree 100% with you, which is also why I think I need to downvote. I'm not sure what the rules are anymore.